Hello everybody, I'm John Hindorf, welcoming you to beautiful Mid-Ohio sports car course where the drivers of the Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup presented by Michelin and their teams are all set to go racing for the second time this weekend. Joining me, Shea Adam. But before we get to today's action, here's a look back at rounds 5 and 6 which took place at Barber Motorsports Park.
Hello everybody and welcome along to the 2025 Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup presented by Michelin. Things are looking a little sketchy weather-wise. Green flag is waving. Looks like Fletcher and Gonzalez have got away with massive banzai run down the outside by Tyler Gonzalez. Tyler Gonzalez at BSI Racing wins it. Green flag is waving and it's a very even break. Hinting already tyres, I think, beginning to come up the temperatures, and as usual the battles are fast and furious in the midfield. Oh my goodness me, what a finish! Tyler Gonzalez wins it from Western Workman.
7 races into the season and we finally have a new winner. Jeremy Fletcher has joined twice MX-5 Cup champion Jared Thomas and BSI Racing's Tyler Gonzalez, who previously were our only winners this year. Thomas headed into the weekend as the championship points leader, but he finished in 24th position in the first race this weekend. That's dropped him down to 5th. He'll be looking to claw back some championship points in race 2. Tyler Gonzalez's chance at winning 4 races in a row is over. But after a 7th place finish in race 1 and taking over the championship points lead, he'll be hoping to finish the weekend in a strong position. Once again, we welcome a NASCAR Xfinity Series driver Jesse Love to the field in the number 2 BSI Racing entry, and let's hear from the young driver.
Yeah, obviously ran Sebring last year and learned a lot. You know, I think it was more of an eye-opening experience than anything, right? Kind of walked in, didn't really probably prepare a whole lot. Thought I was going to be really good off the bat and learn, you know, like how good these guys are, what they're doing, and how good the competition is. Even more so than that, how tight the competition is, and just their racecraft is really good, right? This is what they do, and I think it's just a whole nother level of road racing and road racers than what I'm used to on the NASCAR side.
The Mazda MX-5 Cup Shootout Scholarship winner Noah Harmon is leading the Rookie of the Year Championship and is an incredible 4th overall in the point standings. Time to buckle up, let's get to the start of round 8. There's no team orders. Great 2x2 start, and at the drop of the green flag, at the D of drop of the green flag, off goes Gresham Wagner. Now, we often see a little bit of cat and mouse early on in these races. I suspect with these conditions, we will see people trying to make a break early. It's still 3 wide into turn 4, which is our effective first corner for the start here at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. If you're just joining us, welcome along to Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup, presented by Michelin. Everyone on the superb Michelin wet weather tyres. They shift more than a bath load of water from each wheel in under a second. They are impressive. Already got a car facing the wrong direction early on, and that is just coming through to the top of the hill, and that's Bryce Cornet, the number 26 car, off as they came through the green for the first time. It hasn't affected Gresham Wagner, who is trying to hold out at the front of the field. I was about to say, has Nicholson gone through? No, he hasn't, but Gresham Wagner, Shea, as I mentioned, I think people will try and break away today, because you never know when the end of the race is coming when you've got conditions like this.
As there's a bit of contact further back. That is the exit of turn 1. One of the cars involved is Sally Mott, the other is Maite Caceres, so that's not good. Those 2 cars were nowhere near each other at the start of the race. Peter Atwater just coming through and going off the circuit to try and get by, with Bryce Cornet making up positions. But that was a bit of a messy moment for a bunch of cars. Now, 3 cars went wide over the curbs, but those weren't the ones involved. It looked like Sally spun on her own. Cody Powell spun in front of Maite, and Maite hitting the back of Powell, couldn't avoid him. So actually really well done job by everyone else to not make it a much bigger incident.
That's the incident right at the start of the race. turn 8 and 1, both reviewed, no further action. So let's get back to green flag racing, and the top 3 jump away from the rest of the field. It was a good restart from Gresham Wagner. It wasn't a great one. He's gone wide. Down the inside, the third place car, Elio Mazda. He doesn't know what he doesn't know. The rookie on a twofer at turn 1 in the wet. My goodness me. The blue car goes to the lead for BSI. And Elio Mazda, who was absolutely on it yesterday with some elbows out manoeuvres, a bit of hip and shoulder when required, but that was racecraft. Through turn 1, watch the experience of Gresham Wagner and Tyler Gonzalez tiptoeing on the outside line, which is the preferred line in the wet. He said, I'm going for the inside. I'm going to take the traditional line. He did that, and he took the lead, and he's driving away, Shay. Just wonder if by cooling them down, and we saw that with Gresham Wagner and Tyler Gonzalez, and to a certain extent Glenn McGee a bit further back, if they maybe were just a little bit too cool through the carousel, then onto the start-finish straight, and they'll come back to the line. Elio Mazda will be scored as the leader. He goes through with the fastest lap of the race. Tyler Gonzalez right back with him. He does the underneath move at turn 1. He saw Mazda do it last time around. He had first-hand experience of that, and he found the grip, a little bit of a tail slide as he came off the centre of the corner, and they'll go side by side up towards the keyhole with Gresham Wagner in 3rd. Nathan Nicholson's worked his way back to 4th. Ethan Goulart in 5th. Another one of the rookies 1st and 5th at the moment. Nate Cicero. 2 very different lines from the leaders as they go around the keyhole. Do you take the shorter on the inside where there might be less grip? Do you go around the outside and kind of ride the berm of grip? They didn't change position as they go through. Tyler Gonzalez still has the top position, and here comes Gresham Wagner to join the party. Maybe we can keep racing here. Jeremy Fletcher's just put the fastest lap of the race in, a 48.5. That's pretty impressive in these conditions. Tyler Gonzalez still leads with the Rafa Racing team by Gresham Wagner in 2nd place. Sorry, Gresham. He's going for 1st position. Tries to go around the outside in that red, white and black Rafa car. He's got his nose in front. Can he get the power down? He can. All 180 horsepower from that 4-cylinder, 2-litre, normally aspirated engine. 6-speed sequential Sadev gearbox, driving the powers to the back wheels. And here comes Nate Cicero right in there, as well as almost 3 wide again, coming down to turn 4. And at the moment, Nathan Nicholson braking a little bit earlier this time, taking a watching brief. They've got a little bit of a lead ahead of Jared Thomas, who's in 5th. The very distinctive red and white chevrons on that car. He leads a 2-car team, which is Jeremy Fletcher in the blue, number 22 behind him, then Ethan Goulart, then Elio Mazda in the battle for the rookie championship in 7th and 8th. They're coming back together. It's going to be a 6-car scrap at the front of the field. The heat is being turned up as there's more side-by-side action going to the keyhole for 2nd place. Jared Thomas in the white car with the red chevrons goes through into 2nd. I thought he might want to take control here. We've seen him do this before, where he's worked his way through to the front of a group and basically said, guys, if we do not work together, then the leader is going to drive away from us. Wasn't it Jared who brought that brilliant peloton-style group of cars back at Sebring when we had that kerfuffle earlier on? Well, he's trying to do the same again, and there's a spin down at turn 4. Oh my goodness me, there could be such a bigger accident there as the BSI red-white car of Tyler Gonzalez is in the dirt.
Now, let's try and find out what happened to Tyler Gonzalez, because he is not somebody who often makes a mistake. Winner of 4 races so far this year. Got on the outside going into turn 4. He had help. I think that was Gresham Wagner.
He will go green for 3.5 minutes or thereabouts. We'll get a couple of laps as we cross the timing line, and it is Nathan Nicholson who leads for Advanced Autosports. In the 2nd place, Ethan Goulart, another rookie right up there. Can we have 2 days with 2 rookies on the overall podium? Jared Thomas biding his time? No. Pulls out to the left-hand side, tries to get a little bit of a clear run up to the inside to the keyhole, and that's where the rookie's gone. He's got alongside. They're side by side. and Goulart gets the power. Does he get the grip? They're still side by side. Nicholson on the outside. Driver's left as they come to the kink. Slightly favours the man on the right-hand side. They're still side by side. Behind them, the red and white is Jared Thomas trying to pick a side. Who am I going to help? Which side should I go to? He's picked the right-hand side, and that has helped. I think Goulart get into the lead. Yes, it has. But now they've all got to get it stopped. They're 3 across the track as they go through turn 4. And this time, Jared Thomas can't make it through. And here comes Nicholson again. Down to 3rd for a moment as they run down into turn 4. But now trying the outside manoeuvre as they come through turn 6 into 7. He'll go back to the lead. Incredible racing from Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup and these Michelin tyres in the most difficult conditions. And that has claimed another victim as they went into turn 9.
That's Gresham Wagner off into the gravel. He's keeping the wheels spinning though, and he's managing to keep it going. At the front of the field, Nathan Nicholson and Ethan Goulart are both in search of their first ever victories in this series. But there is history between Nathan Nicholson and Jared Thomas. So if it comes down to those two, watch for some elbows getting out as Gresham Wagner managed to rejoin the track. We stay green. 2 minutes to go in this race means that we should get 2 more laps. Yeah, I mean, anyone within the top 10 right now stands a chance. All the way back down to Glenn McGee. That top 8 is running around knowing that victory is possible. This is what we come to these races for, because you never know who's going to win the race. Nathan Nicholson sees the white flag, but the next time around, it could be someone completely different seeing the checkered.
Jared Thomas steals away the points for the fastest lap on the penultimate lap. Wouldn't put money against anybody getting their fastest lap and the fastest lap on this final circuit. There are 2 Mazdas heading up to the keyhole. We could only see one for a moment until the red and white Jared Thomas JTR car pulled out to his left-hand side. He's trying to square off the corner, get on the power earlier. Drag up to the back of Nathan Nicholson. Danger area at the bottom of the hill at turn number 4. Jared goes early and goes to the high side. He'll have to go Buffalo Gals round the outside. He's ahead. He's 3/4 of a car ahead, but Nicholson's going to be last of the late breakers, and Goulart makes it 3 across the track. Surely this is going to end in tears for one other or all of these, and in fact it's Jared Thomas who is left out to dry. How bizarre is that, seeing that on these conditions? And he goes down from the lead down to 6th place there, and through comes Goulart. Nate Cicero in there as well, touches Nate Nicholson. Incredible reactions by the Ninja in 2nd place. Ninja in stealth and Ninja in reactions as well for Nate Nicholson as he holds on somehow to 2nd place. The car was at 45 degrees there, Shea.
And once again, we've got Ethan Goulart leading as they come through the track for the last time of asking, but Nate Nicholson is not done yet. He sees a first potential win, and all of a sudden Fletcher's into 3rd. We had contact there between Weston Workman and Elio Meza as everybody is trying to find the right line around the track. Is there a right line?
Down to the last left-handed kink and to the line, and it is Goulart who takes it by just on 1/10 of a second. Nathan Nicholson was so close. Rookie 2nd yesterday, rookie on the top step of the overall box today. What a fabulous drive by Ethan Goulart. After that final restart, able to take the lead from Nathan Nicholson and hold off the field. That's his first win this season. He's down in victory lane.
At the restart, I got passed by Jared, and Nathan pulled away, and I just kept my head down and just tried to run him back down. I was able to run him back down. They went side by side on the last lap on the back straight, touched a little bit, and I had passed a lot of people into China Beach, so I knew that was the right spot to pass them, and I saw the door open, and I went for it and check out from there after they started battling. I can't thank the Saito Motorsports Group enough. As CDA track days, Mazda Motorsports MX-5 Cup. It's really good bounce back, and I can't wait to do more with this team.
A huge win for Ethan and the entire Saito Motorsport Group. Congratulations to all concerned. Now, before we take a look at the MX-5 Cup point standings as we leave Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, here's Shea, who can wrap up the weekend and preview our next 2 races.
Not sure whose heart rate was higher, the drivers on the racetrack or John Hindhaugh and me in the commentary booth. watching all that action. What a crazy weekend. A rookie winding up in victory lane in only his 8th start in this championship. Or was it the battling, the appearance we saw of Nathan Nicholson coming back to the front and doing everything he could to try and get victory? Was it the bad luck we saw for the normal championship protagonists between Jared Thomas and Tyler Gonzalez? Not great weekends for the two of them. Jeremy Fletcher getting his first win of the season as well. And everybody in that top 6 in points now within spitting distance of one another. We will continue on this action at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in July. Second week, don't have very long to wait. That's the good news. The even better news is we still have more rounds after that, just beyond the halfway point of the season, and it's all brought to you by Mazda. So be sure to tune in next time. For now, I'm Shay Adam. Thanks for watching.
As promised, here are the unofficial Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup point standings. Nathan Nicholson is leaving the weekend as our championship leader. He's still not had a win this season. McCumbee McAleer Racing's Jeremy Fletcher now sits in 2nd place. What a great showing this weekend. It's been a tough weekend for Jared Thomas and Tyler Gonzalez. Jared now in 3rd, Tyler in 4th, rookie Noah Harmon in 5th position in the overall championship. For rounds 9 and 10 of the Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup, presented by Michelin, we'll be heading north of the border to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. That's on July the 11th through to the 13th. For Shay Adam, I'm John Hindorf. I'll see you there.